What's up, people? Got Trash, big Trash 1K in the background. I'm gonna add him right now. Sup, Trash. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, bro? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good and
Sound all right?
fine. Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
very good.
Sorry, I ran behind with this. The whole like your mama situation, just crazy. Where it seems just
Yeah.
a collective of people just trying to just throw as much shit on you as possible, and that collective is like Belinda with GG, and then we got your mama tagging on with Jessica Messica.
So what happened with them? I don't watch them.
Oh, where do I even start, man? Like, one, yo mama, aka yo kaka, is a clown, and what he's been doing is anything that Gigi and Belinda rolled with, just like the whole thing that some supposedly a CSA
Uh-huh.
CSA advocate. I am all good and down with what Kai Simons and her man did. I'm like, how
Oh
the hell did
God.
you get from my
That's
my
crazy,
my
bro.
react that I am down with that shit? I'm not down with that
Yeah.
shit. I talk about the pimping lifestyle. All of a sudden, I'm okay with child SA. Where the hell did you get that from? Like, it's just asinine to me that shit like that is happening.
Well, you got to remember that both Blin Derp and the Cliffy the Pred, they both, the professionals at lying on people, being character assassinators. That's one of Cliffy's famous clips where he goes around telling everybody that he should work for the FBI or the CIA because he's good at damaging people's characters over bullshit. I mean, he came out and
Hmm.
said it. So, I
Yeah,
mean, he's basically telling people what he does, and he admitted to what he does. So, why would anybody believe a person like that that comes out and says that? Because that's exactly what they're doing. Fucking,
exactly.
I mean, and yo, mommy's a clown. The dude won't even mention me. I challenged him to a rap battle. He won't even respond to it. I did it months ago.
That's
I would,
because he knows he's gonna lose.
oh, you could get killed.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
maybe the
knows.
video production would be better, but I have people that would help me out with that. But like on the mic, the dude can't stay on beat. He can't sing for shit. You know, his music is trash. He's trash and he's gone. And look, all the content that I put out, you know, I got a bunch of different channels. People that I roll with have a bunch of different channels. People that channels they don't even realize, you know, are ours. And the dude is rolling with our content almost every day. And he doesn't even, you know, shout us out or, you know, put the link to the channel in his description. But he uses it almost
Hmm.
daily. It's like, bro, if you're going to use the content, you better give a shout out to the content creator or at least credit the creator. I mean, that's how people lose their channels. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like, man, this is, I'm like, I got other things to do rather than sit all day and go back and forth with these videos. Like, seriously, if I can talk about anything in there, and the way how Gigi did the whole Jason Adorable Fish thing is just
Hmm.
completely ridiculous. I could swear it's him saying that
Yeah.
on Reddit and then making a video about it so
Oh
that
yeah, of
he doubles
course,
down with the smear.
of
How
course.
the
I mean,
hell did
he's
he? Yeah, how did he get from me talking about this Jason Adorable Fish character to me being Jason Adorable Fish? It's so dumb.
well. I mean, that's what he does. I mean, as he was talking to me in DMs on Discord, he was actively on the farms, trashing me at the same
Yeah,
time.
it's messed up,
You
and he
know,
did the same thing to Buddha bitch.
you tell me to do one thing. Yeah, no, he put a lot of people's information. He is responsible, him and his crew, for a lot of Jessica Messica's shit being put on the farms. And she's too dumb to even realize it.
Yeah,
I
she
think
doesn't.
she was even told about it, and I guess she doesn't care, or I mean, because it was like some fucked up shit and included shit about her and her kids. I mean, I'd be pretty pissed if I was in her situation, but it shows me that maybe she just don't give a shit about it. She
Hmm.
don't give she doesn't give a fuck about her family. That's a shame. That's pretty unfortunate. It's pretty unfortunate to not care about that, especially
Yeah,
when they're talking about your family. Yeah, I remember that, Anna. You told me about it when you did it, and she don't care. She's too busy sniping other people, doing these secret snipes, than focusing on getting her real life in order.
yeah. I mean, like, how
That's
can you be?
unfortunate.
Yeah, living at home at your mom's place, no job, no car. Well, she says she has a job, but then again, I mean, you're doing middle of the night streams for 4 or 5 hours. Okay, sure. Whatever
Yeah,
you say.
yeah. She got on my radar, and she started playing my songs and shit to try to appease me. But I let her know. I said, stay the fuck out of it. You know, get a new hobby or fuck with some other people. I mean, we are the wrong people to fuck with because I'll hold you accountable. It's not like, we're going to go IRL or some shit like that. We're just going to hold you accountable, and we don't let people push us around is the thing. I mean, and that's been my stance my entire life. I'm the type of dude where if I see a lady getting robbed or a purse getting taken, I'm running the guy down. I'm gonna try to chase the dude down and stop him. Or if I see a dude getting picked on by a bunch of bullies, I'm gonna intervene. I've done it my whole life, and I bully the bullies. That's what I do.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and
Big facts.
these people were all clowns in high school. They were the people that were picked on, uh, pushed around, made fun of, and now they're trying to be like some hard asses online and be like some keyboard warriors and shit. But when push comes to push, in real life, they ain't gonna do shit. I mean, I know for a fact if any of these people came across me in real life, they would see me and run the other way. I mean, there wouldn't even be a conversation
Hmm.
because I'm a big dude. I'm not, I'm just telling what the facts are. I'm 6'3", 220. I
Oh
got the
shit.
I have a
I
massive wing. I have a massive
I didn't know
wingspan.
that. I didn't even know that
Yeah,
about you. That because I don't know where Gigi comes up with this whole hamster shit for me. I'm
I
like
don't
I'm
know,
6
man.
foot, 220 as well, and
Yeah,
I'm very broad. But then he making me seem like I'm 5 feet. I just laugh at that shit. I'm like, dude, I'm like taller than you.
yeah. He wouldn't
Is he
say
like
anything.
5'10" or something?
Yeah, he's short and he's pudgy. He got a big old gun. We see
Mm-hmm.
some recent pictures come out. He's got a big old gun. He's supposed to be like a weight loss channel, you know. Why aren't you focusing on that anymore, Cliff? You know, I didn't call him. A lot of people saw everything that went down between the Gaining Ground and I, our communications from the
Yeah.
start to the finish on all the phones, and all the different Twitters. You know, he has so many different socks and stuff like that. I'll show you
Mm-hmm.
a few receipts on that. But they formed their own opinions on him. I wasn't going around, saying he was a predator or groomer or anything like that for a while until he threatened the revenge porn on me, and then it got to the point where, wow, yeah, I guess these people have come to the right conclusion, because this online shit really doesn't bother me too much unless you fuck with me and go IRL me, talk all the shit you want. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, this guy's trash. And then I saw what his main objective was in trying to befriend me. It was all, to get me to do things for him. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
it, pertains to do with, doing cam shows and shit like that. So, I mean, it is what it is. When he first messaged me, and I'll show you some of these things. Um, hey, what's up, AK? I'll show you some of these things, where I was in a bad place. It was just after my brother died. And it's fucked up because he let Belinda Derp go around saying that my brother was still alive, what he knew for a fact that he was deceased. And we spoke about it. That's how we met. That's how he got me to start talking to him on Discord. So I was in a horrible place when all this went down. But you know him, he has to take full advantage of it. And I'll show you how we started talking on Discord. It's very easy to track this stuff because I save everything, I archive everything as a thing.
You have to
You
these
know,
days. And people are like,
mhm.
"Well, Monty, that's weird that you save shit." You have to in girl world in this community because people will throw shit on you all the goddamn time, and you gotta come with your receipts.
You do. Well, and
Yeah.
before that, I've had so many ops. People were trying to run so many ops on me over the years. It just got to the point where, yeah, you have to archive and, make sure that you watch your six and watch your back when it comes, because people are always looking to, different ways to get attention, or different ways to get mentioned or get clout, whatever you want to call it. It's just wacky behavior. But this is on one of his Twitter sock accounts. He has so many. And it's funny because before this stream, he left a comment. So what I do with people when I first meet them is I'll tell them stuff, or if I start feeling like I can't really trust them, I'll tell them information that is totally not true, but it will be information that I will only tell that one person.
Exactly.
And
That's
he
how
was,
you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he going on another sock account, some BC Island girl, some shit like that. Mentioned that last night. I was like, boom, I got you, bitch, because I only told you that shit, and it's all made up. So it's like you make yourself look worse and worse with all these sock accounts, all these threats. He was threatening me. He was making threats to me on this comment. It's just this dude's whacked out of his mind. He's literally twacked out. He is a schizopath. He has serious mental problems. His family has begged him to get off the internet and to stop doing this. That's why he doesn't do a lot of like the drama stuff on his channel, because they watch it. They try to get
Mhm.
involved to make him stop, but I guess he's not stopping. Guess he's not, but
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna stop
he
anytime
really
soon.
should.
Well, I heard that a couple years ago he was gonna stop out that freak out back in 2020.
He was
Hey.
supposed to, yeah. What's up,
Oh, sorry.
AK?
What's up? I heard you were making fun of gaining ground, so I showed up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're just holding him accountable, calling out his bullshit. But I
Yeah.
mean, this is one of his first times that he reached out to me, but it was on this account called N Squared, and you could see he comes out stating that it's him. Um, This is where he really starts to, reach out to try to get to know me. Um, but look, he's got to be all sneaky. Bitches are always watching. So he
Yeah.
reaches out. He reaches out to me that way, and then
This account is funny because it's one of his accounts, but I don't know if it's this one that he was tweeting YouTube at, but it was
no,
one
that
of
was a
these.
different one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's tied to that account too. So, which just proves, yeah, he has another account that he specifically uses just to try to take channels down.
Yeah, he has
Uh,
tons of accounts.
he has way too much free time on his
He
hands.
does.
He would photobomb, like he would get in pictures of people that he didn't know, like of like hot girls to like entice me, and then he would send them to me.
No, I had that thing because he would post these photos of himself out in like he was like pretending like he has a big social life, and I'm like, who are these women? Like it's just random women that he's posing with. It's really weird, and nobody would say anything, and he just put them in the like not even in the Discord, he put them in the group chat, and I
Yeah.
think they were for like Tragic's benefit. I don't know.
Well, he'd send them to me too privately and on my phone and stuff too.
Yeah.
But it comes down to it. I have so much stuff, and it even with other people too. Like I do worry, like if I leaked a lot of this stuff out, at the end of the day, I don't want anybody like to hurt themselves. And he did talk about self harm with me and stuff like that. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to get him to the point to where he hurts himself or anything like that. I'm just calling out his bullshit, showing people who he truly is, and just people need to be wary of him.
Yeah.
He's a problematic person. He really wants to get back to where he was with Foodie Beauty with the views when he had thousands of
Well,
people in his
that's
chat.
funny. I used
Did
to
he?
watch him back then. I'm not new to any of this. I was a Gaining Ground fan from like back when his channel first started, and I watched his content. I watched his Foodie Beauty stuff, and it was funny. At the time, he was funny. He was funnier than the other people. He wasn't as serious. And then he lost his fucking mind. And yeah, Monty was just saying he was canceled. He was absolutely canceled in
Hmm.
2020. He was.
Well, and
Um,
he felt that Yaba and Sam took his place.
yeah.
That's where the beef was with them. That's why he's
Well,
always try to get their audience back, because he believes that they should be his audience.
but you have to see what he's doing. Like, unlike other people, he doesn't. He looked at Yaba and Sam and decided to befriend them. Right? He
Yeah.
couldn't. He couldn't beat them, so he befriended them. And then he did the same thing with Petty Fam, and he does it with
Hmm.
everybody he can. He tries to get everybody on his side.
Right. Right. Yeah. He'll send them emails. He'll say all kinds of nasty shit about them, but then send them apology emails. It blows my mind. But I mean, I tweeted out something a few weeks ago, and he was like, if I ever get Yaba and Sam's ear, I'm gonna release even more receipts on people. Like that's been his biggest goal from the start. It's all to take Charlie Gold down, right? That's why he's
Yeah.
been trying to befriend Yaba and Sam, because he told me all this, trying to befriend French Fry Girl, sending her apologies and stuff like that when she completely trashed him and said all kinds of terrible things about him and his family and all kinds of shit. But he just lets it go. But if you apologize to anybody that he doesn't like, he goes insane. So it's rules rules for thee, but not for me. But I mean that was his ultimate goal, is to get these people on his side and then eventually try to take down Charlie Gold, because he blames her, he blames DC for the collapse of his channel, which if you look at all the evidence, it solely was done by him. I mean, we're all adults. We have the ultimate power over what we do and what we say, and you can blame it on other people all you want, but at the end of the day, you're an adult. You have to take responsibility for your own actions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. True enough. So, I don't know where this is gonna go. Like seriously, it's so much creator versus creator thing. But you guys have seen this before, right? I haven't been around that long. Only 2021. I started like by mid 2021 getting some traction and started doing live streams. So I'm still new. Like there's a lot of people
Yeah.
talked about in the sheep and drunk girl and treadmill video that I had no idea who they were.
Yeah, they had a similar situation with him. So it's not like it's an isolated situation with us or you.
Yeah, I was
There's
actually in Sheep and Drunk Tread, whatever her name is. I was in their Discord. They made a Discord while all of this was going down, and it was made to kind of like squash beef, I guess, between them. I don't know if they talked about it in their video, but they I was in that Discord, and this was like I was really new, so I never screenshotted anything in there, but I was there for all of it, and I saw Peanut come in, I saw Kate Winslet come in, I saw Gigi come in, like they were all there, and that's where that infamous phone call happened. It was like a 3-hour phone call that set all this off between them, and it's always that fucking Discord phone call, and it lasted
right.
for hours apparently. But it's what made Drunk Treadmill and Sheep like get into this big fight with him in the first place. She's the one who first started calling him the grooming ground. She's the
Mm-hmm.
one who came up with that because she
Yeah.
said that he was trying to groom her.
Well, yeah, he goes out and he looks for people to weaponize. He found
Yeah.
some other dude recently that Alex was showing me.
Oh,
He's
that
some white
banana, what, some white
some
weird
white dude. Yeah,
tree
that's
guy.
he's
Yeah.
racist as fuck,
Yeah.
dropping n bombs and slurs. I mean, because he don't care about that. So
No, he
obviously
doesn't.
he'll befriend somebody that says and does all kinds of racist shit. You don't care.
Mm-hmm. But and they're gonna end badly for him because he's weaponizing people. But at the end of the day, it can turn around and bite him in the ass. Because hasn't that happened before?
Yeah, that's when he goes. Yeah, he completely loses control of himself. But it's to the point where I mean, the people that are there, they're there because other people have shouted him out, but they're not going to be there for long. And once they figure out, I mean, his ultimate goal in getting them around him, they're going to be pissed off, and he's going
When
to
I
have a
first
whole lot
posted
of
on
problems.
the farms hated him. They literally everybody who's on that current hater thread right now, they hated this
Yeah,
man. Fucking hated him.
you're
And
supposed to
like,
clean up his reputation.
I know. I went in there and I cleaned up his reputation like a fucking idiot, and I wish I never had. But like, I didn't even
Yeah,
say anything. I just kind of presented him neutrally. They were so fucking mad at this dude. And, I bought Peanut's bullshit. I was like, and he lied about a lot of stuff. He lied about so much shit to us. It's not even funny.
he did, and look what he's done to Peanut since then.
Yeah.
Totally threw her under the bus. Befriended people that have been trashing her, that have said some really nasty shit about her, and they're supposed to be like good friends. She's been white knighting for him for years, and he just fucking totally just shit on her,
Wait a
shat all
second.
over her.
So he's not no longer hanging with Peanut anymore.
Well, they're trying to save face, but no, I mean Peanut put Belinda on the spot, called her out on her all of her fuck shit that she does because Belinda gives death threats, says she's gonna put a cap in people's asses, does all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of nasty shit. She goes IRL, she doxes people, she uses her work to get people's information, and it tries to expose people that way. And Peanut was holding her accountable, and yeah, I mean, definitely
Gigi didn't
you
have a
don't see
word to
them
say about it.
together.
Like, but you know how like when we revealed those DMs, those post DMs, you can
Yeah,
see how these people hate each other, but they're going to try to save face in public. And
right,
they pretend that they aren't fighting when they actually are, just because they know that like, it would ruin them as a group, I guess.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, in the end, it's all going to come out. It's all going to
Yeah.
come out.
Sooner or later.
I mean, and then this goes on and on and on. I explained to him how my brother passed away and stuff, and you could see the date. This was way before Belinda was going around saying that my brother was still alive, that she was looking for his obituary and stuff like that. He knew that he passed away. He knew what I was going through. He knew that I was suffering. On top of that, too, I'm just going to give the facts of the situation. I had a stroke. Okay, so I got my stroke was so bad I couldn't even walk. I had to learn how to walk again. I had to learn how to speak again. And I still have issues from time to time with that as well too. And he was aware of that too. So when you're approaching somebody that's going through such a traumatic event, that's pretty much devastated, that's broken down, and things were really bad during that time. It was at the start of COVID. Money was tight. At that current time, I was out of work. I didn't even know if I'd have a place to sleep the next day. So yeah, when he harps on that $40 thing, it's really fucked up because it happened years ago, and he wanted me to live with him. He was to take care of me and all this shit, but now he wants to harp on $40.
Yeah. Well, he took it as a big joke.
$40.
No, I mean, he doesn't take you, he didn't never took you as like a friend or a human being or anybody like that. Like, it's just whatever he could get out of you in the moment is all he really cared about.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And he knew about the whole situation, how, the cops weren't really doing anything when my brother passed away, how upset I was about it, that I was pretty much taking things into my own hands to try to do the detective work to find out what the fuck was going on, try to figure out, because somebody gave my brother bad drugs. And it's happened to so many people, thousands of people, where they're lacing, other drugs with fentanyl. And that's what happened to him. And he overdosed and passed away, and he knew about this, and he knew when to strike. And that was after I told him about all this stuff. And then all the stuff that you've showed, in the past happened after we had this conversation. So it's very easy to build a timeline. See? And this is where he invites me to Discord. I mean, I have everything gaining ground, like legitimately everything. Every text message you ever sent me, every Discord message you ever sent me before you deleted the Discord message, I have everything. Do you want me to dump them all out? Do you want me to make them into a video and explain how things went? Because I can. I have a lot of, friends that will help me do it, that have said they'll help me do it, and they're good at what they do. So, I mean, if you want to keep going down this route, keep doing what you're doing, I'll just put this out here. And it's not a lie. It's not slandering you. It's not harassing you. It's presenting the truth. It's presenting the facts about you and what you did to me. And I thought he was a friend. I thought I could trust him. I really did. And he fucked me over. And then once he got the use out of me, he was telling AK that we should just go off and do our own thing, focus on different things. You know what I mean? It's like, wow.
Yeah, he really, and he said this to me. He said it to me in he did not mince words. He literally was like, when I got doxxed the first time to my Twitter, off the farms, and I wasn't posting there anymore, he literally, he sent me a DM. He was like, "You okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And he was like, "Yeah, okay, it's like I wasn't really going to support, or I wasn't really going to say anything about this because I feel like you knew what you were getting into. So, it is what it is."
He's a fucking prick.
Yeah, that's what he said to me.
The whole thing, yeah, he's a fucking asshole. He treated us like shit. He used us, he weaponized us, and then discarded us.
And tried to weaponize you against me as well. Because remember, you were telling me how he was, trying to have you attack me on various different platforms.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah. That's when I went to AK, and I was like, why would we do that? He didn't do anything wrong.
No, because I was kind of half-heartedly, I was still in his live streams, I would still watch them, and he was talking about you, and I remember watching them, and I was just not even really paying attention because I didn't care, but I was just kind of just to show support, I guess I was there, but I didn't really say anything about any of it. And then he was kind of getting why aren't you guys getting into this with me? Why aren't you getting into it with me? And I was like, I don't know. I'm in the streams, and then I asked Tragic. He was like, Tragic isn't interested. And then he told me, I don't know if he said it publicly or what, but he was like, "What did Monty even do?" And I was like, well, I guess he struck Kate Winslet. And I was like, and he was like, "Well, yeah, people struck my channel. Nobody gave a shit." And I was like, "That's true. That's very true." So I'm like, I guess he hasn't really done anything. Yeah, he really hasn't done anything.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't do anything, bro.
Yeah.
I dealt with the same type of shit that you've dealt with, Monty, and that's what happens around here. That's what happens with creators.
I've noticed that, in Girl World Space, man, they, you always get a turn. like for whatever stupid dumbass reason, somebody says something, start the ball rolling, and it's like a ball rolling down a cliff and just gaining momentum and traction, and it could happen at any
Mm-hmm.
time.
Yeah. I mean, look at somebody built a channel, off of taking me to court, over nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
They had a fucking private investigator follow me around for a week, and then
Wow. Yeah.
lied on a police report and lied on court documents, took me to court, and then right after made a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the day
I mean,
after she
that
got laughed
happens.
out of court, she got laughed out of
They
court
got
and was like,
dismissed.
"Oh, the judge won't listen to it. I'm going to put it up on YouTube." I
No,
mean, okay,
she said she was going to put it up on YouTube if she won, but
right.
the case got thrown out, and she still put it up on YouTube.
Well, because she
So
tried to spin it. She tried to spin it like it was a miscarriage of justice. And I was like, really?
yeah, I mean, so you got to be careful who you talk to on here, who you trust. You really can't trust anybody. I mean, I trust a handful of people, and that's it. And it's gotten to the point where I just had to shut my DMs down completely because it just would happen over and over and over again. It was
Mm-hmm.
nonstop. And they try to get you to flirt with them. They try to get you to send pictures. They try to get you to do all this stuff, and then they try to claim victim status. Now I warn people about this. I let them know that it might take a while, but if I get on camera and I show the proof, I show myself, I talk the way I do, and I just lay it out in a methodical format, and how things broke down chronologically, that people would eventually listen. And then that's when the channel started getting more and more views. They started freaking out about it, and those post conversations that got hacked. I wonder how that happened, but that happened. And they were freaking out about all the receipts that were getting dropped in those conversations. So of course we're going to keep doing it, because that's what really makes them flip out, is when we hold their feet to the fire and show everybody the truth. And they really started getting mad when our channel started getting more views, and then we heard that he was telling people don't even go watch. They're telling everybody just to ignore us. All this stuff it's never going to go away, bro. You're never going to be able to escape it. You can serve me. You can try to take me to court. That's not going to. You can't get a gag order over that. It's all going to come out eventually. You did this to yourself, because you went around telling people that my brother was alive still. You went with that narrative, knowing that he did pass away. Since then, also, too, he only had information on my siblings and stuff like that. That information has been leaked out. And he's also posting in a thread, reading a thread, promoting a thread that doxes my kids in it.
Let's not forget about the revenge porn threat. Like, I mean, he's
And
done a
that
lot.
too. That
Mm-hmm.
too. So he's cool with a thread that's doxing minors. So what does that say about him as a person? I mean, I really want everybody to think about that. If you're in a thread that is revealing minors' informations that could potentially put them in harm, and they're reading that and they're okay with that, I mean, what the fuck? People are fine with that? You really have to ask yourself.
I mean, he's fine with a
people.
lot. He's fine with the doxing. He's fine
How can
with
you be fine with any of it?
He is.
How could
Absolutely is.
any normal person be fine with that? And if you're okay with that, you're definitely not a normal person.
It's
You
just
got
his
serious
mentality.
mental.
But I wanted to
like
mention.
you, Monty,
Remember?
with your mom. It's like they put
Yeah.
shit on there that doesn't belong there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then they said you did it to yourself. Remember? Like they do this to everybody. They always do this to everyone, where they do some fucked shit and then they blame you for it, and they say you did it to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I have young kids too. They're young, especially my daughter. She's young, and they're posting in this thread, reading this thread, saying how they love this thread so much, pinning it to their profile. When let's not beat around the bush. Is doxing a minor, doxing children. So they're going after children at that point. You can't talk your way out of it. You just can't. Now I've spoken to people about this, and I try to explain it to them. I'm like, yeah, there's this blacklisted site. It keeps getting taken, off off the regular internet. But it comes up every once in a while, but then it gets taken down again. They're responsible apparently for swatting a congresswoman and all this other crazy shit. They're responsible for all these people's suicides and stuff like that. Some of them documented, some of them undocumented. They're responsible for having an owner of a site that built another site for where he wanted pedophiles to come or pedos to come and congregate to on 8chan. So I mean, or what was it, 8chan, 16chan, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, one of them.
I mean,
Yeah,
these
something
people
like
are
that.
fine. People are fine with all this stuff. It amazes me. It really does.
Well, one of the things that I know was brought up that I hadn't seen in a while, like we were talking about Gigi's lies, like from the beginning, and we were been watching Ilana's channel recently, and on her channel she played that original phone call, and I remember I was in that chat when Gigi was getting these fucking prank phone calls or whatever, and
Yeah.
he claimed it was Ilana, remember, and he like read out her number and shit. I mean, he gave her number to your channel as next. And I did not realize at the time that all of this was a fucking lie. And he later admitted to.
You cut out there. What was that? You cut out.
Oh, I said I didn't realize that all of that was a lie. That everything he was talking about Alana, I remember the phone calls and all that shit. He told us all of that as a part of his sob story, right? About how everybody came against him and like all these people were after him and shit. That's what we believed. That's why I believed him. But now we find out like all of that was a lie.
Yeah, we found out a lot of stuff were was bullshit and lies. I mean, even Jan in the chat. I want to apologize to you, Jan, over the fact that I ever believed Fedora, because at this point I do believe you. Your story has always stayed consistent. That she harasses people, and I do believe that she did go after your kids to get at you, because that's what they do to us now. So it's a pattern of behavior, and your story hasn't changed. Her story always changes, or when you try to tell your story, she tries to bring something else up to make
Well,
you not
she doesn't
speak
even
up.
deny it. She doesn't even deny what she did to Jan. She literally just tries to justify it. Like she tries to excuse and justify it and points to some video she made, which is like, whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't know the story. I don't honestly want to know the story that badly, but I'm just saying, like, everything I've found out about Fedora is that she has no problem going real life. She's done it to me. She not only has done it to me, she has said she wishes she had done more. Like
Yeah.
she wishes she had gone further with me. She wishes she had reached further into my real life to
This
try
is
and
it.
ruin it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the mentality these people have. It really is. And it's disgusting. And where's the line? That's what Pina was trying to ask Belinderp on their stream. She was asking her, where's the line? Do you have a line?
Yeah, she didn't. Well, she said, "Oh, I don't call the cops or whatever."
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
okay,
But she's
that's
fine
her
with
line.
she's fine when other people will do it. I mean,
Oh yeah,
she
she
was,
loved it. She laughed. Yeah, she laughed when Hussey did it to me.
Yeah, oh yeah, and she was the one that told Hussey not to admit that he called the cops on Negs trying to get his kid to answer the door. So it's the facts of the situation. No matter if I don't get along with somebody, or I've had some issues with people in the past, I'm always looking for the truth. I might not be the quickest one to pick up on it. I do have some, I guess if you want to call it disabilities of understanding or comprehension, and I have reasons for it. I'm not trying to be like ignorant on purpose. I get told things, and I trust the people, and I believe things, and I guess I'm just a trusting person. But at this
I
point, it's
mean,
like,
like that's the thing. It's not about intelligence. It's not about anything like that. It's like if you're a functional, normal person, right? You have to trust people. You just have to. You can't walk around being a paranoid psycho. Like that's what paranoid psychos do. They just are like untrusting of everybody. Like to a certain point, you have to trust somebody until you have a reason not to.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I think these people are very dangerous. I really do. I think they're sociopaths. A lot of them do have farms accounts. They've all been, exposed for the most part. and they will continue to get exposed. I wasn't joking when I said all of them have been identified. And, you know, people want to like call us like doxers or whatever like that. We're not doxers. We are exposing the doxers. There's a big difference, a whole big difference. We're exposing some evil and dangerous people, and you can't really do anything to them and report them and, you know, get the authorities involved if you don't know who they are. So
True. Yeah, so I don't know. Isn't he denying the whole CP folder thing? Like maybe we'll explain that to people because some people just don't know the origin of that and you know how
yeah.
that came around.
So it was on a video, a YouTube video called The Bodega Unlocked. And it was a troll. They took you know, video from a Discord that was filled with people that were either struggling with addictions or trying to focus on their recovery, and people were talking about, you know, stuff that's happened to them in their lives, like real traumatic stuff, and they exploited all of it and made it into a joke. And then on top of it, they made this mega dump file, and in there had all people DMs I had with people, like all of it. And then, you know, it had all kinds of shit in there. A bunch of the stuff was, the majority of it was troll shit, right? To get people to believe in narratives that was bullshit, that was fake, that was false. And in there, that's where that one folder was labeled CP. I did not ask him to go in there and do this. He decided to do it on his own, because he's a nosy motherfucker. I mean, the same thing that he was doing with you, with the trying to figure out if that was the picture
One
of your
thing
wedding
though,
or not.
one thing I wanted to know, wanted to say, because I hear people saying that you are the owner of that file, or it was
Nope.
your file, or it had
Nope.
anything to do with you. It had
No,
nothing to do with Tragic. This was not made by
nothing.
Tragic. It was not. It was Hatman and like some other weirdos who went and just like screenshotted everything in a Discord server that wasn't theirs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's basically what it is. And then they made a video about it, and then they attached a file to that video, and in that file was that folder. And this still has nothing to do with Tragic. So like,
Yeah.
Gaining Ground just decided he wanted to prove it wasn't real for some reason, even though nobody believed it to begin with.
Yeah. I told him it was all bullshit and nonsense. It was really weird that he just wouldn't let it go. He
He
just would
he
not.
sent it. He
But
sent it to Cecil. Remember, he sent it to Cecil and had her like try to verify it for him or something, that it was
yeah.
like nonsense. And
Yeah.
like, I guess she opened the CP folder too. So I guess that's why everybody was opening it. I don't know.
It was really creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was all kinds of DMs with different people in it. Now there was a whole DM exchange, like a 4.5 month long DM exchange with this person called Missy Ann, right? And now they're trying to isolate what I said out of a 4.5 month old conversation that went on for 4.5 months right at the beginning, and isolate it to try to make me look into some type of like pedo. Like that's what he's been doing. When he read that, what is it, 2.5, 3 years ago, and now is trying to change his story into something different. I mean, he's trying to die on that hill. It's never going to work. But that just goes to show you what type of person he is, that he's willing to go that far, use information that he already reviewed and declared, yeah, there might be some things that are in there that are cringy, but that's all it was. I mean, I have it coming out of his own mouth. He said it multiple times that he looked through all of it, and now he wants to use it as something different. So, I mean, it's really dumb if you want to die on that hill.
Yeah,
It's really dumb.
Can you explain who Hatman is? Because I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, so I mean, Hatman, you know, he's really irrelevant. He's pretty much a nobody, but he posts on the forums too. He started this whole thing called the Marcel Becker Project. And it's just a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of made up stuff to hate on me. He started like this hate Twitter on me. He had other people help out and run it too. Like multiple people were helping out with this shit. But he made a video, like a documentary video on Jared Genesis, this other moron. And then he did a similar video on me using the same exact voice, the same exact editing style. And, you know, we knew that it was him from the start. We've always known it was him, but we toy around with him and stuff like that because it makes him rage and stuff. But like when I talk to him in DMs, he's totally cool with me. He respects me. He asks me, you know, for for information or ask me for advice on stuff. Like he was asking me for advice on OnlyFans and all this shit. So I mean, he's just another guy that I think deals with some mental health issues, some mental health problems. But yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of weirdos out there, and they're trying to go after people. Like he was using his channel to go after me, and he said he used his channel for 6 months, and he said out of his own mouth that it destroyed his own channel.
I mean, he's a weirdo. Like he's a nobody. I once asked if I said he's a clout chaser, and he was like, "Yep." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, you're one of those."
Well, he made a whole video too that he had to take down because his own people that he thought he was cool with were reporting him. He said, "I take it down for copyright," but basically he went through all my shit and said there's nothing there.
Yeah, he made an entire. He made like a debunked. He made a total debunk video, like clearing Tragic of everything, and then took it down because he was getting a lot of shit for it.
Yeah, it's sad.
He's a weirdo.
These people have way too much time on their hands.
He goes on the farms now. So his farm's name is something like I don't know. It's something really stupid. Isn't it like Marcel or something?
Yeah, something with Marcel in it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's his farm's name, and he goes and he just talks like mad shit about us, like about me too. I've never talked to this man aside from asking him if he's a clout chaser. I've never spoken to him. I don't even know who he is really, and he says the most nasty, wild shit about me, and I don't know why. Like I don't know how he thinks he knows so much about me, but it's all incorrect.
Yeah. That's probably coming from the Dark Diddler.
Probably.
Okay, the Vantham Marcel. It says
yes, that's him. Okay, yeah, that's him. That's Hatman.
Yeah, he's just another nobody. His channel's dead. It's been dead. His channel's been dead since he pulled that shit. Killed his whole channel for going off of bad information. So whatever. So I mean, that's what happened with the CP folder thing. You know, just like he did when he was researching into you and the picture of your wang that was out there. He did the same thing with the CP thing. You didn't have to go. Nobody told him to do that.
Yeah,
he did it on his own.
Do you remember we asked him why he called that number and he didn't have an answer for us?
But it's like things kind of was working for me with him doing that. It actually helped my case because then he came on and was like, yeah, it didn't sound like me. And why is the number like an Alberta number, like a Calgary number? Like all these things were just working against their whole like dumbass theory that it was me, and like me sending a D pic just because Buddha decided she wanted some more subs, like just playing everybody for stupid. But you can't play Gorwell for stupid like that and then have a controlled environment where people can't ask you questions about like all types of like dumb shit she was doing. It was never gonna end well for her, and he didn't. That's why she's gone.
Yeah. He came out in our group chat and he said that she was full of shit. She was nuts. Same thing with Tiny Dancer. He said the same thing too. He looked into her. So
remember that she was Peanut even asked him? Didn't Peanut ask him too? Why did you? She said, "Hey, did the Graining Ground really just call a phone number from a DM or something?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think so." And she was like, "What the fuck? Did anybody ask him about this?" I was like, "Nope, I guess not." And then I don't know. She never brought it up again. She never questioned him. She never grilled him about it like she does everybody else, right?
Yeah. Well, he likes to get involved. Like he's the one that was calling around the different courthouses when I got served. Fucking private investigator.
He got us all on a Discord call and was like, "I'm going to call the courthouses and find out what you have to do." Like that was all him. I'm not saying it was a bad, move in that situation, but he is the one who really dives in head first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, like Tiny is a whole another. Yeah, she is nuts, but she's moved on to Ichtmel. Do you know who that is? Am I saying it right? It's like it's like Icemel, but it's like Ickedmel. He used to work with a bigger YouTuber, then he branched out on his own. Let me put the link in the chat. If I'm probably not saying it right, but it's a weird name. It's that name. I posted it right now. She's a mod there now, and she's doing the same MO she did with me, which is
sure.
give you info.
Yeah, she goes
say that you can get info, and she'll do the research for you. Then after that, then she'll say like, "Hey, I've been giving you info. Why don't you just mod me?" It's the same
Yeah.
in every single time.
Well, she did it with Tipster too.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. Did the same with Tipster. Used to shout her out and
Mhm.
whatnot.
Tipster, yeah, I mean, she's been in every community. She's been like every single community. Every single community I wander off to and pay attention to, I find her there.
Yeah, she's all over the place.
And for what? I mean, what does it?
She's crazy.
What is she getting in the end?
No,
She's not
she's a
getting any money
psycho.
from it.
She's
Fucking
a
people
literal
over.
psycho. This is like a board. Remember you said? Do you remember when she said that she was like bedbound?
What's up,
She's
Elena?
like 500 pounds and she's bedbound.
Who? Tiny Dancer?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah, she's massive now. She's huge.
yeah.
Most of these, these ladies that do this shit are massive. I mean, and the dudes too. So I mean, they're close to being bedridden. The majority of them.
Mhm.
I mean, if
I
they want to get attention, they could get on that one show where they take the crane and knock the wall down and take them out in a
That's not a
stretcher.
TV. The TV show where they just knock into your bedroom and with a crane. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
I've never had something happen to me the way how like Buddha bitch happened to me with the whole, talking about me, then putting a video for allegedly getting attacked, and then talking about
Mhm.
me again to strum up, negative feelings with people. And you know who really called that? BB Veronica really called that, like, you know what she's doing to you, right? I'm like, oh my god, it's right. She's super manipulative. But to do that
Mhm.
had nothing to do with me. Made this whole theatrical thing about some guy is attacking her when the guy was literally trying to get out of her goddamn house.
I heard the phone. I heard her recording with the police officers, and I was just like, "This bitch
No,
is nuts.
that was bad. That was
This bitch
really
is
bad.
nuts."
Yeah.
Yeah, and then for everybody to be rolling with that, there's people who've tried to come back. I just block them because if you've been with me for like a year and a half, and you have just that one video of some nutcase that people don't even like in her own city because she's super manipulative, especially not being allowed at the bars because she does this to people. She'll manipulate the f out of people. And I didn't catch on. You know what? I'm guilty of that. I should have caught on when she was talking like that, saying she's just like Foodie Beauty. And I didn't catch on, and that happened. But to do that and all that stuff come out and make it seem as if I went to Calgary to attack her in her house when it's a guy that she said assaulted her, but yet you're putting online the dick pic of the guy you said assaulted you, which you also said you have charges on him. So how's that going to work for you now that you put his dick pic online, which is illegal? Like
Right.
it was the stupidest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember them trying to justify it. I remember I remember Peanut was even talking about it at some point, and I was just like, I don't know how any of you are even justifying any of this. This is so weird.
It was weird. But yeah, it was super. Yeah, the way she made the video was, to try and make me seem like I'm some sort of rapist going
Hmm.
going to Calgary to attack her. And oh my gosh, she was fleeing for her life.
It's so insane. I mean, like, come on. And people actually fall for this shit
Yeah,
too. They try to come after you for the things that you're just making commentary on stuff, giving your opinions on what other people are saying, just trying to saying what's right about it,
and
what's
it's not
wrong
even
about it,
bad.
not even taking a side.
Hmm.
But I heard you say overall, like with the Kaya thing, that what he did was wrong, but you're
Yeah,
commenting on other stuff and they're trying to use that against you, like nitpicking, like what they're saying. So, if they're going to do that to you, then that can be done to them when they're white knighting for somebody that came out and said that their husband was a pedo for all these years. So it's
hmm,
like you can't pick and choose. You have to stay consistent on what you're talking about, or you're a fraud. You know what I mean?
right,
So
exactly.
you can't pick and choose. You just can't. So if they're going to put labels on other people over minute shit when there's major stuff out there, you ignore it and keep going forward with this minute, insignificant shit that you're trying to pin on somebody else, you look like a fraud. You look like an idiot. Eventually, you're going to be held accountable and you're going to be exposed. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people out here, you fuck around, you find out. I mean, that's just not something that just people say. It happens. And these people are out here fucking around. And they're about to find out.
Yeah.
At least that's what my grandma said this morning over
Fafo.
coffee.
Yeah, man.
My
But yeah,
grandma's crazy.
we'll see. We'll see what happens with this whole situation. I don't know where Gorwell's gonna go. People are saying like it's over. Like a lot of people don't even need Chantal or ALR or whoever else anymore. They just, are attacking channel like one or a few channels are like just attacking other channels repeatedly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's from the drama community. Yaba and Sam have a big influence in that,
Mhm.
going after other channels and shit. So, like, that's become the main entertainment.
Yeah, going
Yeah.
after other channels.
Hmm.
Or
Yeah.
facilitating it because now we have like Breezy and Valley are going at it. Then I hear Dark Roses, aka Val, is going at it with PG, and who's facilitating that's like Jessica Messica and her cronies keep doing certain things to facilitate fights because of course they love that type of shit when people go online and get into stressful situations.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. I mean, and it's, it's a game, right? To some extent, all this stuff is a game. But you just got to be careful on, when you're playing this game, you could get people hurt. Um, and that it's no longer a game at that point when you could risk, somebody being seriously hurt,
Yeah, exactly. It's
you
not a
know?
game. It's not funny. Yeah, people's lives can be in danger from all of this stuff. Well, shit, look what happened to Little Mama. That
Yeah.
situation from months ago.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
Yeah, there's
When
kids without a mother right now, a dad who has to raise his kids alone.
Yeah, I saw his video. It was messed up, man. That's why I see shit like that. I'm like, I'm not in girl world. I'm not. If I'm anywhere, I'm in my own la la land, my own space.
Mhm.
I don't want any part in that shit. I really don't. Because it's fucked up. It's fucked up. I mean, that's a documented thing, right? That happened now in girl world. That it might have not have been all the reasons why, but it played a big part in her taking her own life. It helped push her that way. I mean, we're all adults, but at the same time, too, people are fragile. A lot of people in this space are fragile. They've been through a lot of trauma. I guarantee a lot of people in this chat, if not everybody, has been through some serious trauma in this chat, has
Yeah,
dealt with some type of addiction, and you're susceptible to being manipulated or being gaslit or pushed in a direction that isn't correct. And I'm sure everybody has felt the pressure and the pain that comes along with that.
yeah, exactly.
And it's rough. It's rough. I mean, I think it's funny to some extent when people are going back and forth and trashing each other and talking shit. But these people take it too far, and then what are you supposed to do at that point? If they keep poking and poking and poking you, eventually you're going to say something. And here we are.
Yep, exactly. So, like I keep saying, for me on my channel, I just react to whatever is happening, and whatever happens, happens. I take no part in it. And you gotta, like you said, be very careful with who is in your DMs or messaging you or saying anything to you because you just can't trust people. People will spin whatever conversation you have with them against you at any point in time for like no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's impressive. I've seen a lot of really crazy shit in this corner of the internet. I've never seen so many people gather together to lie to themselves and each other about very obvious things that are real that like I just don't understand it. Like I find it really hard to even counter people who are like at this level of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I
it's
don't
just
know,
it's difficult.
how do you counter somebody who just lies? Like I don't know. Like if you present evidence and you show that what the reality is, but the lies still go on anyway, I don't really know how.
I
Like
was
how are you supposed to do?
I think the same thing. I was like, how do I counter this? This guy just makes shit up on me. He makes shit up on
Right?
me
Like
about
it's just like
adorable fish. I'm adorable fish. I
Right.
say that's not
yeah.
me. He just, oh, it is you. Oh, and then
Okay, I guess. Or what do you
yeah,
want me to do, right? Like at that
Yeah.
point it's like, dude, I don't know what your problem is, but the problem is you. You know?
Yeah. He thinks he's slick. He thinks he's funny. He's not. He's not charming. He's not easy on the eyes. He doesn't have a good voice. So he has to compensate by doing this crazy fucked up shit to people to get people in his chats.
Yeah.
That's the only way he's useful, by acting like a complete and utter maniac. That's the only way. So I mean, it's like, bro, I mean, you should just give up, go back to work, ask your sister for another job, do something, bro. Because you're an
Yeah.
embarrassment. You're an embarrassment to your entire family. Like he argues with people on Twitter. He argues with a person on Twitter that isn't even me, but
I know.
he'll go back and forth and just say the most horrible shit about me and about my family, about my deceased father, all kinds of shit. It's not even me. It's like, bro, you're not talking to me. What are you doing? You're fucking embarrassed. You're embarrassing.
It's weird, right? And it's creepy and I don't know what to do with it anymore.
I
It's
don't either.
it's concerning. It's just I'm just concerned. I'll just say that. I'm concerned.
Yeah, and it's gotten to the point, I was a good friend of his. I'm worried for his mental health. When you get in a situation like that, what are you supposed to do? You got to, once it gets to a certain point, you got to reach out and try to help him out, right?
I guess. I don't know.
Get somebody to help him
Somebody
out.
around him, I assume there's people around him who give a shit, right? Like maybe they should pay attention. I don't know.
Yeah. Are made aware of what this dude is up to. I don't know. I really just,
Look,
I don't
all
know.
I know is like I used to think that when he spoke in our group chat, like like we'll say shit because this is drama, right? So we'll make threats, we'll be crazy, we'll say crazy shit, but nobody actually really does it. And yeah, no, it's wild to find out that Gigi was actually doing it.
Yeah.
Like he would get every day he would be like, I'm off to report Negs' Twitch today. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I didn't actually think he was literally doing that every day, but he was
Oh
doing
yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't realize that either. Now I see all these Twitter accounts, and yeah, he's been reporting people for years.
Like
And
that's
even
mental illness.
even the people he buddied up with now, he's been reporting Sam and Yaba for years too. So it's like, oh, okay, bro. I mean, that discounted life channel went after all of them.
I know.
And he was, it's
And
discounted life,
it's
the channel, the Twitter, that was all controlled by him, 100%.
yeah, he
100%.
created it.
He'd ask for information and stuff, but it was all created by. He's the only one that had the passwords to all the accounts. It was
Right.
all
Because I
him.
asked him recently. I asked Tragic a while back. I'm like, you have that password for that account? And he was like, no, he never trusted me with it. I'm like, that's impressive. That's impressively shitty.
Yeah.
Did he ever admit that it was his, or he's still just doing the whole denying? Well, it's completely obvious to everybody.
No, he asked me to take over the account. Yes, if I go and look back into our group chat, the old Twitter group chat with Peanut, I can find a screenshot where he literally saying something about, oh, Peanut, let the cat out of the bag. Yes, it's me, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but when it gets brought up publicly on stream, I don't think he's ever
No, he
admitted
hasn't
to it.
publicly, but I can find a screenshot of him doing it privately.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he
there's tons
privately
of them
admitted.
out there.
Yeah.
There's tons of them out there.
No, I'm saying, but of him like directly saying it, it's me. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was trying to get actresses to pretend it was him because he was feeling the heat. He was really paranoid, really worried that people were going to come after him, that he was going to get in some serious trouble.
Yeah.
So he wanted
He tried to give
have
the channel to me.
Yeah.
He tried to give it to Nietzsche. He tried to give it to Tragic. He tried to give it to all of us.
Oh, he never tried to give it to me.
Oh, I thought he did. I thought he did.
I think
Try
it
to give
was
it.
looking specifically more for women, trying
Oh,
to
okay.
pawn it off to women. Yeah, I did go over that in one of my I think the part one where he was trying to pawn it off and or hire voice actors, actresses, or people to pretend that it was their channel. Like the things that this guy goes through, like get a life.
He wanted me to do it. He wanted me and Nietzsche to be the voice actresses. He wanted to give us the channel at one point, and we both were like, because we had already started the Hot Discord Reject channel, and I was like, nah, we're good. We're good. We don't want that.
Well, you saw that video too that Charlie put out on Twitter that I uploaded, where
Oh, the tagging?
he
Yeah.
just was tagging her over and
Oh my
over and
God.
over, and he was doing the same thing to DC on that name, the same thing to Callie. It just was relentless. The guy just doesn't stop. He has tons of sock accounts, and he's malicious, unhinged shit, unhinged.
Yeah. So yeah, back to the CP folder just to clarify.
Yeah.
So it was what was that guy's name called again? Top Hatman. Hatman made the folder. He put it in the link in a description to like a Google Drive folder. Is that what happened?
No, it was like one of those mega drives, those mega dumps or
It's
whatever
like,
it's
Oh,
called.
yeah,
like mega upload
yeah, it
or
was
Yeah.
an
something like that.
MZ dot, it was like an m.mz file or something like that.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then within that, there was a bunch of different folders, DMs that I had with people. I mean, it was like a group effort that these people put together to try
I
to
see.
slander me.
And
Yeah.
how did Cecil McFly come into this? Or was he trying to have open the folder
He
at the same time as Cecil, or what happened with that?
he sent her the folder. I don't know why this became an issue. Maybe they were bringing it up again, like in general, and Gigi decided to debunk it. He first sent it to Cecil. Cecil watched the video and apparently opened the files, I guess. And I guess either at the same time when Gigi was also debunking it. I know he was talking to us in the group chat about it while he was watching it, and he was saying I sent it to Cecil too, and was like sending us screenshots of what she said, and like basically they both decided it was bullshit. He said like the folder didn't have anything in it, and blah blah blah. I don't know. We could probably go back and find the exact screenshots actually.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. We have
chat,
all of it.
yeah, from that
Yeah.
specific conversation.
Yeah.
But
We
yeah,
have all of
we could just go get those actually. So, but I mean, the point is, he sent it to her as far as I recall. I don't know if she was aware of it before this or why she cared at all at that point. Maybe she was trying to make that documentary. Remember, she was going to do like a part 2 or something, or on
Yeah.
Hater Nation.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe that's why. But yeah, that's how she's involved. She's involved because Gigi is her friend,
Mhm.
like her good friend.
Well, yeah, supposedly. I mean, Cecil was messaging me too on Twitter, and then she heard, that I might be friends with Zoom, which I didn't even know of him at the time, and she's like, anytime he's involved, I'm not getting involved. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah,
She
because
was
she
all,
used to be a
all
super
scared
fan.
about it.
She used
Super
to be a
fan of
Zoom
Zoom.
super fan. That's
Yeah,
he
she
told me the
was.
story. He told me the whole story. She was a Zoom
Yeah.
super fan, and he said that she was a fat tranny. And she got really mad.
He's got all of her information. So
Uh,
that's why she doesn't say anything.
yeah,
So
I
yeah,
mean,
I mean,
whatever. Those
he
were
could
Zoom.
snap his fingers, and yeah, that would be the end of it for Cecil if he
That was
wanted.
Zoom. That was Zoom talking, not me. That was his opinion.
Yes, sorry about that, Monty.
No,
Yeah,
no,
sorry.
it's all good. No, no, you could say whatever. This is for us to get it all out there of like what the hell is happening, and people can take the time to listen or not. It's basically
Yeah.
it. So, um, other than that, what else is there, man? I did the part 3 with sheep and drunk girl on a treadmill. I've talked about like the folder stuff. And I think this is going to be an ongoing thing with me and Gigi because I don't think he's going to stop. Because
Oh,
isn't
there's so much.
his main
There's
content
so
kind
much.
of dried
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
which is
If
he
he
used to
wants
go
to
off to
continue it,
DC, right? Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, we have content for years if he wants to continue this. Also, he has an invite to come on Steve Billings' channel to the asylum. I'm trying to make sure a lot of other creators are aware of him. So
Yeah,
good
yeah,
luck.
for sure.
We
It
could have
seems
fun there.
Gigi now is taking targets at me and at Breezy. He's now making videos about Breezy.
I saw that. Like, it seems like he's looking
He's
for
trying
that new
everything.
target. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He is doing the whole Breezy thing, and of course, we got Yo Mama doing Breezy as well, and calling me an angry hamster.
Well, it's like his
Yeah.
Chewbacca thing. Like, I don't know why he thinks it makes me upset. It's just confusing. Because it's not funny. So
No,
it's not like, I mean, it's not funny because it's mean. It's just baffling. I don't know where it's coming from. It's just
thanks.
racist,
Thank
I guess. Yeah.
Appreciate you too.
Okay.
Yeah, well, one of the things is with that AK is, and it's one of the newer things that YouTube is really, clamping down on is comparing people to animals.
Mm-hmm.
That will get your video taken down really quick.
Yep.
So if you have a timestamp of him referring to you as an animal, and if they call you that, that is an animal. They're comparing you to an animal. That will get your video taken down. You continue to get your channel taken down. So good luck with that.
Exactly. So yeah, there's that. We'll see what happens with that. Of course, we got a new player. MBM is in on the scene. I mean, a lot of people who used to talk so much shit about going IRL
Right,
is
right.
now not
They're cool
saying
with it.
a damn thing.
No. Yeah, and they're not going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people that were in my community, a couple of years ago, are now over in his community hanging out. So it's a small world. Everything has been merged together at this point, and I don't think any of it's going to stop. I think we're off to the races.
Yeah, for sure. We'll start to see how a year goes, because I can't believe, yeah, it's almost been a year since all that shit went down with the whole Buddha lying crap on me, and then a lot of people just believing it. And I mean, she was really really good at it, so I get it. But then this is why people need to step back and really look at things.
I guess it's like the crackhead Olympics are in full swing.
Yeah.
Right. The Tard Wars. That's what it comes down to at this point, right?
Yeah.
hmm What does Breezy have to do with anything? It seems that he's formed I don't know if it's a loose or strong coalition with Yo Mama, but Yo Mama keeps attacking Breezy, and now we got Gigi in on it. So
Oh, you know why your mama said he won't say our names? Because
Why?
he's scared. He's scared. He's like, there's he didn't say it directly about us, but I know this is why. He was saying there's some crazy fucking people who go,
Hey, man, if you think sticking up for yourself and holding people accountable is crazy, then I guess I'm crazy as Fizzok. I
Well, he was just
guess.
like, I don't like the, swatting and that shit and like cops getting called and all that stuff. He's like, that's what he's afraid of.
Well, why is he covering Hussey?
I
He
yeah,
don't
calls
know.
the cops.
then don't be in Girl World, because sooner or later that's you f around, you find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the risk he takes. But he was like, no, if somebody does something to me, I just back off. Like, this was his whole thing. He was like, if somebody goes real life with me or they go too far, I just back off. I don't go back. I don't go back at them. I don't go tit for tat with them. So he was, I mean, I don't know his history that well. I don't know if he has ever done anything like that,
Oh,
but
he
from
has.
what I've seen, he hasn't. I don't
No,
think so.
he has in his past. I've heard him say it on a clip
Oh, really?
before. Yeah,
Yeah.
that he did that kind of shit back in the
Uh,
day, but he's done with that. He's done with
gotcha.
that. He's moving on.
He's
He's
reformed.
better. He's better. He's a
All right.
changed man. He's a changed man.
He got rehabilitated. Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
he's another one of those dude with the short dude complex, whatever you call it.
He's
Well,
short dude with a
he's
limp.
yeah, because he's like, what is he like, 5'5",
I don't know.
280?
I
You
heard
know?
he's short. I heard he's short.
Yeah.
I have no idea how tall he is.
I saw a picture of him. He's like, I'm standing next to all my homies, and he's like half their size. He looked like he looked like a little midget, something. It was fucking. He's just a small. He's really small in stature,
Mm-hmm.
looking like a little person.
But Gigi clout chases him really hard. I don't know why. He's like obsessed.
Yeah. Well, it's all a game of positioning with him, with Cliff. That's what it is.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I think Yo Mama's in love with Yato.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
So that's why Hussey and Yato broke up.
Yeah. Yo Mama moved in. Yeah.
Yo mommy stole Yato from.
Yeah.
Well, he's never gonna have Yato's heart 100%.
I mean, until he streams with your shirtless photo behind it,
right?
You're not his, right?
Yeah, still he lets go of his obsession with me. He'll never be able to truly give his heart to another dude.
Right? Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. Yato's in every stream. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yato definitely crushes on Yo Mama. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I can't wait till I'd like to make some videos on their love arc.
Yeah.
Because the videos are out there with Yato and Hussey's love arc. And I think they should have.
There's a lot of video of Yo Mama asking where Yato is. Yato, where's Yato? Is Yato there?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Her world, get on that. I'm sure you could do something.
I know.
Marvelous with that.
Yeah, do a Yo Mama thirsting.
Alex,
Yo Mama thirsting. Yeah, Yo Mama thirsting for Yato. Please make that happen.
Oh man. Man, that's funny. That is funny.
All right. Well, I think anything else that I wanted to talk about in terms of this whole Gigi thing? I don't think I have anything else. You guys have anything else?
I think that's about it for me.
Yeah, and hey, look, Cliff. There's been over 100 people in this stream. I'm sure you are seething right now in DMs with everybody flipping out, spinning around your new place that you grifted for. I'm sure you're just losing your goddamn mind because you thought that nobody would show up, but there are people here and they're going to continue to watch, and there's nothing you can do about it, bro. You don't own the internet. You don't own this space of the internet. You need to stop lying about people because your bullshit is being called out. You're going to be held accountable for all the nasty stuff you said.
And post the receipts of you donating all that shit to charity that you said you would.
Yeah, because that's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Your parents didn't want you at their place anymore, and you had to get out of there. I mean, say what it is, bro. Say why you don't show the background anymore in any of your streams. You fucked around. You're gonna find out, bro. Well, that shit's on you, man.
Oh shit, we got is that the real? And let me check. Is that the real MPM in here? Oh damn. Okay. I mean, you're coming in at the latter end of the stream, and wish you got here earlier, MBM. Let me verify that's the real MBM before we continue this. But yeah, shout outs to Big Traj with the great tracks. Like your recent track, Traj, was really good. I was amazed. I was like, damn, the video. I think Anna Nicole made the video.
Yeah, she made the video.
She made the video. Yeah.
I was like, man, this is good quality. I'm like, how do you even do that? Okay, it's the real MBM. Shout outs to MBM Marty and shit. Can you believe that shit, Marty? Yo, can you believe that we got Troll Detective talking shit
about Marty?
Yeah, saying how he has PDFs all up in his shit. I was like, damn, you just fucked around and you found out, Troll Detective.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was talking to Zoom about Dark Didla. Dark Didla was calling out Marty too, saying he was going to take down Marty with this ninja.
Did he really? Did he really? Oh my god.
He made a tweet about it. He's outside right now, practicing right now, Marty, spinning around his rake and his shovels.
I saw his ninja skills for getting ready. Yeah.
He's
It
getting
was
ready to
wild.
take you down. Sha 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 sha. It's the Doc Diddler.
He's coming.
He's coming for you, bro.
Yeah, we ain't worried. We ain't worried about that. But yeah, what can I say? Shout outs again to MBM. You know, you're doing work. Like I said to people, whatever happens in the space, man, is what happens. I just react and I give my 2 cents to it.
Yeah,
So shit,
you're a reactor.
I'm not the type of person who built a campaign like certain people. A campaign saying no IRL stuff. Like whatever happens, happens. I stay out of it. I just react.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
For sure, 100%.
Everything that I've seen, these people have put themselves in that situation.
Yeah, like the Missy Moo, that was just dumb.
Oh, she was trying to do all kinds of slot. I didn't even know who she was, but she's got her husband in on it. She's trying to fake that she's, offing herself and getting her kid involved. It's like, what the fuck? What are these people
Yeah,
doing?
yeah, like Foodie Beauty, what she did instead of just apologizing and doing the kiss, just double, tripled, quadruple down was dumb. Missy Moo, double, triple, quadruple down, that was dumb. Then we got Troll
Yeah.
Detective making this video, and I'm like, do you even know what you're doing? You can't even admit that you are an elderly woman. You keep saying how
Yeah,
the
show
elderly woman
yourself.
is your mother-in-law. I'm like,
Yeah, you
Troll
showed
Detective,
yourself.
we know you are a Scottish lady, okay? Just chill with that and stop
Yeah,
lying.
stop lying. Yeah, you already did a face reveal. You exposed yourself. It's
I
done and
do. I
over with.
remember that. That was weird. Yeah.
Yeah, she was all drunk and shit, showing
She
herself.
was. She was so drunk. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, and then she's still talking as if she's a guy and like about middle age.
Dude, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know how to deal with these people who are like this crazy. I don't know what to say anymore. Like, it's so obvious. Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know, man. You know, people go do some nasty shit to you. It's like with Hussey when he called 911 and tried to swat you, and the cop showed up at your parents' house.
Yeah.
And and then later on, I called his lawyer to find out that he
Right.
grifted all that money, that he didn't have to put any money, up front. It's like, well, you did that. Now you're going to get mad because I did this.
I
This-
mean,
these
nothing even
people
happened to that motherfucker, and
these people do this to us.
he called the police to I mean, what? Why? What the
Yeah.
fuck was? And he lied to do it. He lied and said his life was in danger by a poster. Like,
It was ridiculous.
what the
It
fuck
was
is that?
ridiculous. And
Nobody cares. Nobody
when I
cares,
was
though.
when I was calling Hussey's lawyer, I might need a lawyer in the future. So I just wanted to see how much he charged and stuff like that. I can make those
You
type
weren't
of phone
calling.
calls.
You didn't call like the cops to his house. Like, what?
Yeah,
What the fuck? That's not the same thing at all. Calling a
that's true.
lawyer, a public lawyer, that's not even close to the same thing.
It's not. It's not. I didn't do anything wrong. I don't think.
No, no.
Mhm.
But I'm enjoying all your new content, Monty. I think you should keep moving forward with it. You're going to have detractors. They've all noticed that when you recap Marty, you got a whole bunch of people in here, and they're trying to get you to stop doing that because they don't like to see you doing well. So
Yeah, they don't.
fuck
Like,
them.
yeah, I've
I think the content should be covered. Why
yeah,
not?
yeah, exactly. Why not? Is I'm just reacting to what it given my extra expertise since I'm in Canada and I know what's up. I know what's going on. So I'm just adding to what is happening. Like I explain things.
Yeah.
Such as the reason why Marty couldn't get anybody to go to Cornwall at nighttime is because it's in an awkward area, right? Not a lot of people would know that. So if I'm
Yeah.
explaining it, this is because it's too late at night, and Cornwall really is, it's a city, but it's not that huge to where everything closes down after a certain point in time. So explanations like that, or how you would probably call, like, Cornwall police versus the OPP, and certain where certain people are,
Mhm.
stuff like that, that people from Canada or even people not from Ontario would just not know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just
so
adding stuff to it so people
yeah,
get a better idea.
Exactly. So that's what I'm doing. So
That's what's
uh
up.
exactly. The whole controller stuff. I remember controller when she got into that crash. A few people did cover her.
Yeah, yeah. I've had some dealings with Controlla in the past too. I know who she is.
Okay, I've never interacted with controller. I've never made a video or anything. I just saw that she got into accident with her kid and people were covering it, but we shall
Yeah,
see what
that was
happens.
bad. That was bad.
Hmm. For sure. All right. Well, I guess I should wrap this up. Shout outs to MBM again for coming in. Thank you, Bad Boy
Yeah,
Tragic.
what's
Thank
up,
you,
bro?
Icy. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We should
Yeah,
do
thanks
this
for having
another
me.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
anytime. For sure.
All
All
right,
right. Take
y'all.
care of
Take
yourselves.
care. Bodega
All right.
love. Bodega
Yeah.
love.
Bye.
All right, people. Smash that like button for me. I'm out of here. I'll be back later. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.